Hey guys, I'm back. Actually, you know what? I decided to take you guys on a cruise to the, what do you call it? Let's go to where 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 I used to live, when we first got here. I'm gonna take you guys to the countryside and show you a little bit around. And yeah, so enjoy the trip. I am gonna get out of Waco for a little bit, so we'll be talking as we go on the road. So enjoy. So I was able to find a oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyhow, this is the supermarket. It's called Poco Loco. And I always tell the kids, oh, let's go to Coco. The movie Coco. It just reminds me obviously of that, and I don't know if they named it after that movie, but it's called Poco Loco. This is another Mexican grocery store. Also very good on their groceries. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Right here they sell ice cream and desserts. There's some places they have daycares, and there's all set up for that. Look at this house. They are almost finished fixing it. It's big. That's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take you down this street. So this is the street where I usually take to go to work after I drop off the kids. Don't know if I showed you guys this area. I'm in love with the trees here. I love them. I'm in love with everything, but you know, can't wait for the summer. You know, when the leaves come in. Oh my gosh, it's just like a movie scene. You know, I mean, to me it is. I'm sure, and we all know there's beautiful places everywhere else in the world. But this was my cup of tea, you know. Here's a gas station again right here. This is a very small apartment complex. Very small. I wonder how much it is there. Just to be curious. You know, I'm just curious. I'm always curious about things. I don't know. People say I'm too nosy, but hey, I don't care. I am who I am, and if you don't ask, or if you're not curious, you'll never find out about things, right? So being curious and nosy is a good thing, people. To an extent, of course, right? Okay, green light for me, but I cannot go, so let's see. Come on, people. Don't you love it? You're so slow. So slow. Wow. Okay. Go. This is the main street of where I take the road to head to work. And here are more homes. I don't know why, but I always like this street a lot too. I don't know if it's the way. I don't know. It's just, it's unique. When we lived in the country, we'd take this street back home, and I enjoy every single piece and place of this town. Okay, and one of the things I want to let you know is that when we got here, I don't know if it was just my luck or what, but I went through tires within the first 7 months like crazy, maybe 4 times. The first tire we went and we bought at Walmart, my husband did, and that was like 200 and something on just the one tire, right? Then it happened again, and it was very often the next 3 times. So I sat there and thought, you know what am I doing, like spending almost technically $300 on a tire? Like, no. Here's the tortilla, like they make tortillas. I haven't been into it, but I love it. It's like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know, like living in Mexico but in the US. Here is where I got my tires, or I get my tires. That's where I get my tires. They have great deals. It's really good. Definitely I save money on that. So I could pop tires all I want now. Not really. But, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's a good thing to be able to find things without having to spend so much money out of your pocket. Let's see. So very soon we're gonna start heading out to the country. It's coming up, and enjoy. My job is coming up very soon. Here is Martha's Restaurant, Mexican food. It's good. Here's Bush's Chicken. We love Bush's Chicken. Here is where I work. This is where I work at McDonald's. I'm a shift leader manager. And I am very happy to be where I'm at with my job. When I got here, we applied through an agency. And they were really, really good about getting you a job right on the spot. Of course, as we had to move from the first home, and schedules are changed because of the kids' school. Here's the grocery store. H-E-B is a big store here in Texas, and I love it. Here's Sonic, Church's Chicken, DQ, Dairy Queen. Here's another Mexican restaurant, Taqueria Mexicano and Grill Bar. Their margaritas there are delicious. Okay, so let me go back to... Just kidding. Let me tell you, here's more apartment complex. They look nice. I like those two. We came to... Well, we didn't even look at them, but we thought of moving in there, but then... I don't think they have a pool, so we didn't want to go for that. There's another one down this other street in Lake Shore. That we actually got to apply for them and everything. We qualified. It was a 3-bedroom apartment for $1,400, plus bills and plus the deposit for the dogs. And a little bit before we actually, like almost a month before we had to move in, here's the college. Here's the college, McLennan Community College. Before we had to move into those apartments that we applied, later I found out that some co-workers' friend was moving out of the home we're in, and they were looking. Oh, I love that house. We we jumped into it, and rent was going to be like $500 cheaper, guys. I mean, the home is small, you know, but we don't need a lot of space. Like, we don't need a lot of space, you know what I mean? So we were very happy to find that home for that price. It was, I don't know, it warms my heart, you know. It's a good feeling. Here's Lake Shore, that's the street, and down there are the apartments where we were going to go apply, or where we did go apply. But yeah, we changed our mind because we found something less expensive. Here's the countryside, guys, and it's clearly just maybe 15 minutes, not even. Well, to get in deeper, it's about 15 minutes, but we're already in the countryside, and I love both sides of the town. Out here is extremely quiet, which I enjoy too. And where we live is quiet too, but you just hear more movement, you know, more cars going by and so on, and it doesn't bother me at all. But I really fell in love with the countryside. I don't know. Honestly, I wish I could be able to buy a home here in the countryside and in the city. Clearly, that's, I mean, not impossible, but no, I can't do that. So, yeah, enjoy the ride again. We'll keep talking as we go, and we'll see what comes up to my mind, you know. It's a beautiful day out today. It's really sunny. It was kind of chilly earlier in the morning. I hope it's warming up. I mean, the sun looks pretty bright, but sometimes even though the sun looks bright, it's actually kind of cool out, you know. I'm gonna go by the house where we used to live because I really want to show you. It was a nice neighborhood, or it is a nice neighborhood. There's a gas station, Chevron. If I don't get to go on my walk to the river, I might just end up cruising it there before I go back home, just because I have a lot of things to finish at the house. We'll see what I do. And then also, this is where I go to my regular doctor for the kids' doctors and my doctor. It'll be coming up shortly. Deer season just passed, and I don't know if it's still going on right now in January, but that's one thing. I mean, I love the deers. I would wake up and get up to go to work, and you see a lot of deers on the road, baby deers and older. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. And I actually have some pictures of them, but I cannot upload pictures on YouTube. But I have Instagram, so if you guys want to check out Instagram, I will be posting those deer pictures that I have. It's just so, I love it. Waking up to seeing the deers was nice, but the one thing I was saying I don't miss is like living out here in the country. My husband accidentally hit a deer once on the road, and it knocked out our whole bumper. It damaged a lot on the right side of the car. So obviously that was not fun. I mean, I feel very bad for the deer. It was like a baby deer too. It was a young deer. And then we told some, you know, my husband told some co-workers, and they're like, what? Like, you didn't pick it up? Like, I understand it's good meat, but here's a China Spring country store. So you'll find country for your farm or whatever you have, barn. It's pretty cool. And they sell chicks. I don't know if they have chicks right now, but we should have a trip in there to see what they have. I've not been into it myself because I didn't want to buy I love chickens and I want to do it, but again, it's like the dog situation. I don't know if I really want that many pets. Okay, so let's go back to the deer. So it costs, I mean, we have insurance, so it wasn't that expensive, but it was not fun because we weren't able to drive the car. We were able to get a rental, and the rental was nice, actually. It was, I believe, a Ram. I loved it, but oh my gosh, that's a lot of gas. It would definitely burn gas, so it's like, I don't know. So yeah, just hitting a deer was not fun. Like, imagine if it just hits the windshield and it breaks and, you know, it hits you. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. Imagining the worst. You just never know, you know. So yeah, here's a store, Ace. Okay, so this right here coming up is where I go to the doctor. Right here. Pretty good nurses and doctors. They're really friendly. That's my doctor's office. It's Domino's, Sonic, and right here to the left. Oh, they're making more apartments right here, and these are apartments across the street. Here's the Dollar Tree store. I go to Dollar Tree stores down in Waco, but because it's a big city, here's McDonald's. That's the McDonald's we used to come to when we lived here. Here's another Bush's Chicken. This is the Bush's Chicken where Michael lived. I'm sorry. Worked. And he said that's not my cup of tea. So I hope he really goes for his, what do you call it? For a career. He's doing great in school, but I do encourage him college. Okay, so here's one of the main streets where we headed to our old home. Here's this restaurant, Griff's. I'm sorry, you guys probably didn't see it, but oh my god, they have good chili cheese fries, and they have what do they have? Fried pickles. Oh my god, they're so good. I love this little home. Look at that. I love all the homes here, anywhere around this area. I'm just, yeah. These are homes that are more closer to like a community, like you know, home to home. We got used to having our own space, more space gaps in the homes. Where I live, I don't have very much close people. I mean, I do compared it to the country, but not as close to me. Like this. Like this is like house to house. Anyhow. So back at that restaurant, they have just really good food. They have fish and chips on Fridays, and you could eat all you want for $10.99. This is a new elementary school they opened. Unfortunately, my youngest son, was not going to be able to go to that one anyway. But they built a new home. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking. I'm just driving and thinking. A new school. So here's the countryside, and there are a lot of big, nice homes. It's so peaceful out here. I really want to go on a hike. I better make some time to do that. This is a home. It looks like they have a sign up. I think they do some car work, like mechanics. So there's a lot of things you're able to do out here from your house. And I find it very neat, you know. When I got here, I also tried to sell tamales. Tamales are very different here than what we are used to. So when I was working at the factory, that was my first job, like a warehouse. I took some tamales and they liked them, and they bought some from me. And I didn't continue just because I didn't want to. You just never know, but I didn't want like work. How do I say it? Conflict. Sometimes later things, you know, one thing could go wrong, and then it's just problems. So I just didn't want to continue to sell tamales at my job, but they were definitely selling. For the first couple of times that I sold them, I put in like maybe $40 into the product, and then I made $80 from it. That wasn't that bad. This is one of the homes we were looking at to buy when we were looking. That was during the past summer, but it was not the time. Homes were still up high on prices, and was not worth it. Yes, you have a lot of property, but we know a lot of people that were getting their homes or got their homes 3 years ago, and guys, their mortgage could be from $1,000 to $800. Of course, that was 3-4 years ago. I know things did go up, but last year they were pretty high. They're starting to slowly go down. So hopefully in the next 4 or 5 years we're able to get something, you know. So looking into buying a home, the payment would have been $1,700. I know $1,700 is still not a lot, but knowing that other people are paying under $1,000, we knew that was a lot. So no, it's better to just wait off, you know. Here we go. We're gonna turn into that street where we used to live. And last summer, the first summer we spent here, I saw like maybe 5 snakes on the road. And I hate snakes, but I found it also kind of neat because it's not something you see every day. Look at this home. So yes, this house reminds me, whoever has seen The Notebook, it reminds me a little bit of The Notebook. I love the movie, and actually a lot of scenes in that movie remind me right here where I used to live, and that's maybe why I love it so much too. I always used to see that movie and I'm like, oh my god, I want to go live in a place like that looked like that. So here I am. Yes. So the countryside. Back to the snakes. They're pretty neat, but also at the same time, it's kind of like to think about if they end up in your house. That I couldn't do. I think for the first, if it ever happened to me, if I saw a snake inside the house, I think I would not be able to sleep comfortable for who knows how long. Just to think about like, well, what if animals are hiding in the, in the house? But anyhow, let's move along with the country here. Nice little home. They have their gate up and everything. Here's the gate. There's another home. And I believe this, I don't know, but that house back all the way back there, it's pretty nice. We saw it when we were, window shopping for homes. Really nice, but it was a little up high too. Okay, here we are returning. We're getting to where we used to live. These were our neighbors. back building is what the old owner built. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get closer to it. It looks like they fixed, excuse the sun. Sorry, guys. Here we go. It's coming. Oh. That was my front neighbor. This was my side neighbor. So that's what they built in the back. It looks like, I don't know. And that's the house where we used to live. That was our mailbox right there, the red one. And this was the home that we used to live. It's pretty nice. I really, really, really enjoy living there. I like the country a lot. That was over here. And I know they had cows. Sometimes they have them, but I don't know if they let them out all the time. So that was that. Look at that. Oh, fine, we missed it. Sorry, guys. Okay, there's some cows over there. I don't know if you guys could see them. They're kind of far. So yeah, this was our street where we lived. I remember walking here with Matthew. Not so much the older kids. The older kids always, you know how they are. They don't want to follow the parents no more. They're too grown up to do anything with the parents. We're gonna go through a really unique house. It's kind of cute. My daughter gets a little freaked out about it. I don't know why, but she does. This one right here. It's built different, and different is good, but she doesn't know that or understand that. See, that house is very unique. I wonder how many rooms, how many people could fit in there. I don't know. It's nice. I think it's bigger than what we're living in, but it's different. I like it. Okay, so then let's see what else. I haven't been out here in a good minute, so it's kind of cute. I mean, it's not kind of cute. You know what I mean? It's nice. I miss it out here. Okay, here's more cows. This house is way over there, but all this is their property. And they have a lot of cows. I mean, they have more than whatever you can see there. That's not everything, but that's part of it. That's part of their cows. It's pretty cool. I want to hopefully meet someone that has animals out in the country, because I enjoy being around the animals for sure. I have some friends, they'll be like, oh my god, it looks scary, imagine a night. And no, there's nothing to be scared of. People here watch over each other, and that's really good. It makes me feel safe and nothing to worry about, to be honest. There's places for each and one of us, and this is definitely my place, I'll tell you that. We tried going to Oregon back in 2000. I want to say like around 2007, 2008. We tried going to Oregon, and what I mean tried is like we actually moved everything, our paperwork, you name it. Well, it was really nice out there too, very nice, but I was still very young, so I don't know, I couldn't do it. I was really homesick. I was so young, I had no family over there, like whatsoever. I don't have any family here either, but I'm older and I have experience now with, we learn as we grow, and I definitely am not homesick anymore. That first time we tried going to a different state was like, oh my gosh, like I loved it, and at the same time I felt so sad, like just so lonely and everything. And I had my kids and my husband. We moved in to one of my husband's aunt's home just to start off with, and of course we were going to work ourselves up to our own place and stuff, but I felt lonely. I felt too lonely. I couldn't do it. I would talk to my sisters and I would cry to, I would call one of my oldest sister and I would just cry to her like, I love it, but I feel lonely. Okay. This tree, I've always loved this tree. Loved. I mean, oh my gosh, I just love nature. But anyway, this was the road where I would go take my kids to school when we lived here. So going back into talking about Oregon, I feel very lonely. I couldn't do it. I kid you not. I do not last there more than 2 weeks. And I told my husband, you know what? You could stay, but I'm leaving, so it's up to you what you want to do. Sure enough, he came along back home to where we lived in California. Look at this. The sun is really bright, guys, out of this angle here. And it definitely feels warm today, so I am going to go home and do some lawn work. I wish I could go in deeper into like more exploring the country, because there's another side just a couple of minutes from here. There's like big homes and just so beautiful. Sorry, I keep changing my hand or changing the phone. I'm sorry, because it's so bright. So bright. But just bear with me, we're almost out of here. Whoa, of this position in the car with the sun. Not that I want to be out of here. Okay, it's starting to change. There's also a home that sells fried fish. I haven't tried it, but I love seafood, so anything like that I would definitely try, but I just haven't had a chance to come and explore that. Take you towards where my kids went to school. I want to show you that around that area. That area is very has also a lot of nice homes. They seem like they're bigger homes over there on this other side. So right here to the right is where Michael and Andrea went to school, and they were the middle school and the high school were right next to each other. Very, very good teachers. My kids made a lot of friends here. They're making something else back there. That's pretty cool. And this one is the high school. And I'm going to go ahead and make a U-turn just because I'm going to start going further out, and I don't want to do that. I need to go home. And I am going to show you, we're going to go by Matthew's. We're gonna go by Matthew's school, where he went to school. And then once I dropped off my two oldest, I would take this road to take Matthew to school. I find this very calming, very relaxing. I don't feel as stressed as what I used to feel in the city. It was too much. I remember that on my days off, I would go do my grocery shopping, and I would start it, let's say, at 10 a.m. and I wouldn't finish until like almost 1 or 2, and you're still putting groceries away, and then you're cleaning your refrigerator as you go, and then you start cooking. That whole time just would take my whole day. That whole thing would just take a whole day. And because of lights and traffic, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm talking down on it. I'm not. I'm just saying that, and for the people that live in these big cities, you should know what they know how it's like to you're trying to do multiple things, but then your day goes by fast with just a couple of things that you do, and just on the go, and it's stress. Even though you're not stressing like about anything, like any specific problem or anything, it was just so stressful. Like just being, Anyway, yeah. I don't want to think about it. Because just by thinking about it, it gives me like, But look at this. Whoever owns this property has, I don't know what you call it, a pond. That's pretty cool. I like it. Okay. If there's a specific area that you would like to see, or a topic that you want me to talk about, please comment, request. I will do my best to post and give feedback. Became very popular because of Joanne, that TV show on homes when they remodel. I remember watching it a couple of times, and it's pretty neat. They actually have a bakery, a restaurant. I'm sure they have more stuff, but that's all I can remember at this moment. I have not been to them, only because each time I go by it, it is usually very packed, and I don't want to just wait around too long. I don't know if they're fast or not on serving people, but I just skip it. I skip going to them. But maybe sometime we could actually go and show you guys the outside of the restaurant and have a little peek of inside. But like I said, you guys could request and or ask questions. that are more closer to each other, like community. They're beautiful. Look at this view. Yep. And this home, so big. Big homes. Thought I saw a snake on the road. I'm like, oh. And pretty soon we're gonna go right next, go by Matthew's old school. Oh my goodness, he cried and cried when he had to switch out schools. It's okay, he has a lot of friends. You know, each time I picked up Matthew from school, he was always surrounded by so many friends. It was so funny. Like, it was cute. Like, it was like, what? This kid, you know, entertaining all those. This was one of the homes that was on sale, but someone beat us to it. I don't know how much it was. Anyhow, Matthew now has a lot of friends at the new school as well, and he gets surrounded by them, and he's a great kid. All of my kids are great. But Matthew is definitely a different personality than to my other ones. Here's the school. This is where Matthew used to go to school. Also a very good school. All schools are good. But I definitely liked the teachers, the staff. It was just really good. It's not that it's not good where they're going. It's just each place has their own ways of teaching and so on. And then when you get used to one thing, you're used to it, you know? So it's hard to do that change. It does not mean they're not good at what they're doing. I'm just saying my kids and I got used to this. We are doing just fine where we're at. So yes, we're now gonna just start heading home, and here's the street where we came in, like street. There's the gas station. So yeah, we're just holding for the light to turn green. Very soon to be home. Let's see what I do. I'm gonna go home and do the yard work. I bought some seeds, flower seeds, so I really hope they come in and it works. They come in and they, you know, and they sustain for the summer, for the season. I don't want to buy plants because I bought plants like 4 months ago and they're still alive, but I don't know if those plants I have are kind of seasonal. One of them kind of died down, but it looks like it's coming back up. It was like a little palm tree. It was smaller than the palm tree that you guys saw. And saw bright light ahead. Put it facing me. I don't know what you prefer, seeing me or the road when it's so blurry. Not blurry, just too bright. So yeah, I don't want to buy the plants because they're not that expensive, but then at the same time, if they're gonna die, then that's just money wasted, you know? So I'm gonna explore with what I got and see how it goes, because if it's less expensive, I'd rather just, you know, buy the seeds and plant them myself. Originally, my husband has the green thumb. Like, he really does. Like, anything he plants, it's in, you know? Like, it comes in. And it grows beautiful and everything. So, it's gonna sound very cheesy, but believe it or not, it's true. Years back, I started doing my gardening, and I told him, I don't know what you do, but you know, I don't have a green thumb. Like, anything I planted or I moved from one pot to another, it would die. It would not grow, nothing. You know, it was, for me, I found it very sad. Because I enjoyed the gardening, and I couldn't grow anything. So I was saying that to him, and he grabs my hand, and I'm telling you, like, it sounds really cheesy, but it's true. He grabs my hand, and he gives it a kiss. He says, "You're gonna have the green thumb." And I laughed. I'm like, "Oh, shut up. Like you're for real." Okay, whatever. So I still continued, and I tried doing my gardening and planting. And of course, it takes time for you to see that, because the seeds need to come in when it comes in and so on, or when you transplant another plant. So sure enough, I started paying attention to that, and I started growing plants, and I started being able to do my gardening without my plants dying. I thought that was really neat. I don't know what that was, but it definitely happened like that. So ever since then, I'm really good with plants. Not as good as him still. He's still really good. Like, he literally grabbed, I'll show you when I get home. He grabbed literally a stick hanging from the palm tree, because it's the little palm trees, and it's starting to grow. Like, it's starting to get a root and everything, and I wouldn't be able to do that. I think that's one of the things I'm still not able to do, but I mean, it's a big plus to be able to maintain my gardening. I don't have much, as you can see, going right now, because it was just winter and it gets really, really cold, but I definitely like to do that, planting and having a garden. Okay, so I'm gonna go right by where, and I'm gonna put it facing the road again, so hopefully we don't get too much of that sun. So yes, my goodness, face me now again. I forgot what I was gonna tell you guys. I know about the planting and stuff, so I'm gonna go home and do that. I bought a shovel, and I'm gonna get to work, because that's what I enjoy doing, is working outside and planting. Here. It's coming up. That warehouse that I used to work is coming up. It's just so bright outside. It's so hard to see it. I hope you guys get a good picture of it. It's right there, right here. That's where I used to work. And you can't really see it because of the sun. But we're heading home now. Go home and see what my dogs are doing. So it's my kids, but not my kids. Michael stayed home, because remember I told you I was having a hard time getting him up. Yesterday he said he wasn't feeling good, and here we are, you know. He didn't go to school, so we'll see if how he's feeling, you know. Okay, we're heading back home. We're going through a different way now. We're not going to be coming out through the main street that we came out from. This is like the back side. It's not the back side. It's a different street from where I live. It's the river. So where we live, the distance of walking down to the river is literally maybe 10 minutes, and it's so nice. It's just so nice. I really want to take you guys there, which we kind of just went through a part of it, but I want to get you guys closer to it because it's beautiful. I just don't know how my date's gonna look like exactly. We're gonna do things as we go. Here we're gonna turn to. We're gonna do things as I go. I think I'm gonna go home and have maybe a cup of tea. I mean, not a tea, a cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna start doing my work outside. So yes. See if you can get a better peek of the river. Here it is. So this is where I walk to. I will definitely sometime get to show you guys more closer to it. And this is back into Waco now. Very nice neighborhood. These cars coming, oh my gosh. So when we have driven up to Austin or Fort Worth, which is right next to Dallas, traffic over there is different, like obviously, right? Oh my god, people are like literally riding bumper to bumper. Like, it gives me a bunch of anxiety, like a bunch. Like, wow, like, hold on, wait, you know? So I do not miss none of that. When I go visit Dallas, it's nice out there too, but I will not move out there for sure. Here's the streets to our home. Again, the sun, huh? Almost there. I do not miss the city. I'm sure the city doesn't miss me either. As my kids say, Mom, you are a Karen. I got my reasons why to be a Karen, you know? And, oh well, here you go. We're home, guys. We are home. And the backyard, as I had showed you, beautiful tree that I love. And the time is almost 9. Wow. Okay, that's the alley. Look at the alley. Time to do some cleaning here. It's starting to look very green back here though, so hopefully the trees start blooming. Gotta throw out my trash. So I really want the trees to start blooming. I think, comment, let's see what you think of where I lived and where I live now. So yes, I'm gonna go in and make my, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna make my cup of coffee and then I'll get back to you guys once I start my my gardening. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.